Hello everyone. So we've got something real special for you today, which I don't know why there's not more of these out there because I think they can be incredibly valuable. If you're looking to sell your house and you're looking to hire an agent to help represent you, or if you are an agent looking to represent a seller, you're definitely going to want to watch this video. We're going to be watching John, professional real estate agent for many years with Real Broker, go over his listing presentation, basically explaining why a seller would want to use him to help list his property and help get it sold for top dollar and with the least amount of stress possible. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. But of course, I'll also be watching along and giving my reaction and feedback to important things that you want to pay attention to when you're going through this process yourself. And now, hi, my name is Chris Chandler. I'm your local real estate agent here in Queens, New York and surrounding areas. Here to bring you all the latest on everything real estate and investing. Welcome to my channel.
Chris, thank you so much for showing me your home. Very exquisite property. I even tried looking at your home through a buyer's perspective, and let me tell you, I didn't find anything wrong with it.
Well, hey, that's my baby.
Yo, I can see.
Okay, right off the bat, John's starting off very strong. He's acknowledging the house. It's a lovely home. It's important that your agent doesn't just, it's important for the agent to know the numbers and to have all the strategies in place, but you also want someone who's going to treat you like a human being, not just like a number. And for John to be recognizing that, you know, this house, this is the seller's baby. You know, they've lived in it for, most sellers when they're selling their house have been in the property for at least 5 years. So you grow an attachment, and it's important that your agent recognizes this as well. So
Before we start the actual consultation, Chris, do you have any questions or concerns that you want me to maybe focus on?
another great point, each presentation that you do as an agent is going to be, of course, a little bit different, and it's important to tailor it specifically towards your client. Each client is going to be different. They're going to have different needs, different wants, different goals, and it's important to find out exactly what those concerns are that the seller has, so that way you can specifically work for them. That's your whole point as an agent. You're working for them, helping them solve their problems. Yeah, before we get all into everything, about how much does this cost?
Phenomenal questions. What I would implore you to do is just give me 15-20 minutes. I promise I'll tell you. Let me show you my value first.
Okay, but do you think you can tell me now so we don't, waste both of our times just in case?
Unfortunately, that's not how I conduct business, Chris. Now, I assure you, it's going to be a fast and friendly consultation, and I'll tell you at the end.
Okay. Every seller always wants to know, how much is this going to cost me? And of course, this is going to be important. And this is coming from an agent. I encourage you to, try to negotiate the commission that you're going to be paying your agent. It's okay. There's no set in stone commission rate that an agent has to make you pay. It's always negotiable. And just like the agent can choose who they work with, you as a seller can also choose which agent you work with. And if you're not comfortable paying a certain price, then that's totally okay. You always have the option to walk away. And it's also important to note that 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get what you pay for. So just keep that in mind and pay attention to what the agent has to offer And agents, pay attention to what you're offering. Make sure that you are giving more than an average agent. If you're going to be requesting more than an average commission, or if you're not going to be budging on your commission, make sure that you're giving more to that client. And sellers, make sure that you ask the right questions and make sure that you are going to be getting that value for what you're paying for.
Great, I appreciate that. So I think it's only fair that I demonstrate to you who we are, who am I as a practitioner, so that way you feel a bit more comfortable and you give us a bit of trust. Sounds good?
Sounds good. I can do that.
Phenomenal. So look, Chris, Real Broker literally is an entity created from the bottom up to, with one thing in mind, you, the client. How? Well, first and foremost, it's a technological based company that ensures that the transaction is going to be as streamless and as efficient as possible.
This stuff is a lot more specific to our proactive alliance team at Real Broker. So I'm going to go ahead and skip through some of this part.
All right.
Good.
Well, as for me, who am I? John Perdomo at your service. I've been a practitioner for a couple of years now, and here's what I'll say. I've invested over thousands of dollars in my education for one thing. The better educated I am, the better I'm able to represent my client. Depending on what they're doing, in this case you're selling. So I'm able to get you top dollar for what you're looking for and protect you from any legal troubles along the way. So at the end, what are you? A happy client.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Sounds good.
Oh, phenomenal.
So yeah, I think John did a really good job right here explaining how he's, above and beyond the rest. He's a lot of agents, they get their license and they just go out and start trying to tell people that they should use them to help sell their house or help them find a house. But I like how John, he exposes that he's put a lot of his own financial support into his education, and that's so important. You wanna work with someone who is very knowledgeable in the field, not just with experience, but also someone who's passionate about it and who really knows their stuff. And I think if someone's paying thousands of dollars for their education, then I think that's quite reliable, that they at least want to make sure that they're doing a good job. They do research.
Oh, you have no idea. You'll see. Look, truly speaking, even as I just said, we've been in the industry for a couple of years. We've made a lot of people happy. But at this given point, Chris, it doesn't matter to us. Really, the only thing that's important to me right now is you, your wants, your needs, and your goals. And what I have right here, Chris, according to you, is you have currently a property in Woodside. So do you have any questions thus far?
No, I think I'm good so
Okay.
far. It's another great thing on John's part that he did, just continually asking and making sure that the client is keeping up with you. If they have any questions, you don't want them to have a question, 3 minutes ago, thinking about that, confused, and then the next 3, 4, 5 minutes that you're talking, or they're just completely lost. So yeah, make sure that everyone's on the same page. And so if you have a question, you should feel comfortable saying, excuse me, wait a minute, can you explain this again? Totally fine. If you feel like you can't even talk, or the real estate agent is going to get upset or annoyed or whatever, that should be a good sign to, walk away.
So far we've gone through who we are. How are we going to maximize your gains?
Right.
Now we're going to go into how are we going to attract all these buyers to hopefully initiate a bidding war that's really going to get you top dollar.
Yeah.
Right? And it all starts with our proactiveness of strategy awareness, Chris. What is this? Right? When you sell a home, or when we start the process selling a home, we want to entice as many buyers as possible. And to do that, we have to open as many doors as possible. So by doing that, we offer people different types of variation programs that we accept, different types of mortgages. We're open to FHA, VA, conventional loans, okay? There are sometimes people who have the funds, have everything they need, but they simply don't qualify for traditional means mortgages. Are we just gonna close the door on them? No, we're gonna offer.
I'm not gonna bore you with all the specific details. We'll skip past this part here.
Right? So that they're able to purchase your home. All right. What else are we gonna do?
What else are we gonna do?
Portion of the closing costs. We offer seller's concession. Okay. Where we sorry.
Yeah, it seems like you're just trying to turn away as little amount of people as possible.
Absolutely. And the whole purpose of this is the more visits we have, the higher chances of getting multiple offers.
Right.
The more multiple offers we have, Chris, the higher the chance that we're able to start negotiating higher and higher up.
Okay.
And at the end, it always leads back to one thing: you maximizing your gains. Top dollar, Chris.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So,
it's another thing. In this presentation, everyone's busy, especially in New York, and it's important to make sure you as the agent, you're staying focused on what's important to the seller. In this case, what's important to the seller is making the most amount of money from the sale and at the fastest pace possible and most efficient way. And he addresses that multiple times, that everything I'm saying here, this is gonna get you top dollar. Everything I'm saying here, we're doing this because we're gonna get you to sell for top dollar. We're gonna get you to sell as fast as possible and most efficiently. I explain my thing here, and then we're doing this to get you top dollar. We're doing this to get you the best price.
what else are we gonna do to attract so many buyers? The marketing plan, our aggressive marketing plan, Chris. Listen, we're gonna do all of these things from you, from flyers to mailers to open houses, staging if needed, photos, videos. Before I even continue, photos, videos are a bit special here. You wanna know why? The essence of me being here is to make you as much money as possible.
Right.
So what we're looking for here is I'm going to integrate my PSA destination, price and strategist advisor, and we're going to come up with a price. Okay? So let me show you here.
So what is this? Is this like you plug the numbers in or something and then it figures out the equation for you?
Absolutely not. That is a tiny portion of it. The majority goes into me analyzing the market, the trajectory in which we're heading, how different types of properties, their conditions, how have they sold, if they sold, were they sold with seller's concession, you know, the finer details. Okay. Furthermore, we analyze different sets of properties, like those who are on the market right now. We call those your competition. We have those that have sold. These are what the appraiser and the bank are going to use to come up with a price or a value for your home.
Okay.
Right? We have those that have expired. What are these? These are the don't be like them. You see?
Now that brings up another good point about social media and other online platforms like Zillow and Realtor.com. How do you think real estate agents reacted when they found out that their potential clients can just go online and find properties on their own? And this is supposed to be the job of a real estate agent. How do you think the real estate agents like that? Well, at first, yeah, not so much. And not until the good real estate agents found a way to actually use that to their advantage and partner with companies like Zillow to even expand their marketing when a seller is trying to sell their property. Using platforms like Zillow and Realtor and many others, you can market it for more people to see. By the way, real estate agents usually have tools to see these properties first. So when platforms like Zillow list their property, most of the time it's already seen by thousands of other eyes. So do with that information what you will. But anyways, good real estate agents will utilize social media in order to even further expand their marketing.
1 second, I am pulling up what we need here. So this is the part where I integrate my PSA designation, my pricing strategist advisor, to make sure we come up with an adequate price. So here's the market. This is what I got for you here, right? It looks like we can maybe get your home sold in the range of maybe maybe 650 to about 700.
That's a good point. If you were a seller and you were gonna go find an agent to help you sell your home, get the most amount of money, would you want them to find the price of your home by either A, using a software to help pick the right price, or B, by that agent using their skills, their knowledge, their experience to find the value of your home? Would you rather the software or the agent's experience? Well, I'll tell you what I'd want. I'd want both.
I think that's an excellent price. Will attract a lot of buyers.
Well, what do you think about, because I've done some selling in the past.
Yeah.
And I, for example, when I sell my cell phone, I'll post it for, if I want to sell for say 700, I'll post it for 750.
Yeah.
That way, I know that buyers usually like to negotiate down. They don't have to pay full price. What do you think about listing it for a little bit higher?
I would definitely defer from that, Chris.
What is that?
Yeah, no, I would definitely defer from doing that, mainly because cell phones is a completely different category from houses. You see, when we list a property on the market, especially in a market like this one, the most important time for a property on the market now is its first 2 weeks.
I've also made an entire video about buying properties that are way too below market value and how that can create problems not only for the seller, but also for people looking to buy those properties. You think you're getting a great deal? Well, like I mentioned earlier, 9 times out of 10, you're getting what you're paying for.
Biggest impression you can make. After the second week, that's it. The mind traction starts going down. So don't you think we should maybe focus on those 2 weeks and use that for our advantage? You want to get top dollar.
Yeah.
We could use this.
If we want to get top dollar, why don't we list it a little bit higher? Now, agents, sometimes you'll get sellers who are more experienced, and that's great. But sometimes they may think that they have more knowledge than you, and you never know. It's good to give the benefit of the doubt once in a while and be confident in yourself, but maybe they do have a lot of knowledge, but it's important to stay true and hold your ground, because you're a professional. You do this, you know what you're talking about. If you've done your research, you can stand your ground, but it's important to do it in a way that doesn't cause, I guess, for lack of a better term, fighting with your client. Because you got to remember, you're here to offer assistance to people who are selling their properties or buying properties, and you don't want to argue with them. At the end of the day, it's up to the seller if they want to work with you. It's up to the seller if they want to price their home properly. It's up to them to see if it makes sense to them. It's up to them to trust you. So at the end of the day, stay true to yourself, stay firm in your beliefs, but at the same time, do your best not to get into arguments. Debates and offering another perspective are great ways to avoid arguing, because remember, you both should be on a team, the agent and the client. You both are a team. So if the client says something that doesn't make sense, or that you've seen fail multiple times, you can't just be like, oh no, that's never gonna work, or that's stupid. because maybe they've had an experience where that has worked, whether it was with cars or phones or like in this example. But remember, agents, this is your world. If you do your research, stay up with the trends, up with the times, stay up with your studies, then be confident and explain your reasoning. And if you've done a good job in educating yourself, then it should be pretty easy for the other side to see your point of view and agree with you in a non-violent way.
Because let me offer you a different perspective. What if we can put it a bit lower, attract a lot of buyers, use those buyers, create a bidding war, and come up even at what you want or even more, rather than starting high and then we gotta come down.
Because if it's a lower price, then I guess we'll get more eyes on it then, huh?
There you go.
Okay, I understand that.
I'm happy you do. So what do you say? Would maybe 710 be good?
That would be great.
Phenomenal. Well, sign here. This is just for you telling that you're good for 710.
Okay. But
Right
this
there.
isn't me committing anything.
No, not at all. Not at all. Perfect. Now, any questions?
I don't think so. I'll let you continue.
Oh no, we're done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I don't remember you talking about yet how much you think this would cost me if I were to list with you rather than doing it by myself.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely wouldn't consider this a cost. It's more of an investment.
Okay.
All right.
So how much is my investment?
It's going to be, the broker's fee is 6% for the whole project. What does 6% entail? Well, my part representing you and only you. And then we give out a certain percentage to a buyer's agent. Because you got to understand that just under New York, we have over 60,000 agents, right? And all of those agents have their own sphere of influence and their own set of buyers. So my marketing plan is going to target the general public. Now, we also want to target or incentivize the buyer's agent to bring their pool of buyers as well to your property.
Okay.
And these two parts give us the whole marketing experience, the aggressiveness.
Okay. Well, so the thing was that I was doing a little bit of research before I came today, and I saw that there were other companies, real estate agencies, that were offering 4% or 5%.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that we'd be able to do maybe something like that? I mean, if we can do 5%, I'll sign right now.
Yeah.
Can we do 5%?
Here's what I can.
I like everything I'm seeing.
You're right.
But,
I mean,
agents, don't be afraid to stick to your policy. Stick to your commission rates. We do a lot of work out here. You know how it is, and not just in the representing side, but keeping up with all the knowledge in the constantly fluctuating market and trends. And it's okay to get the commission that you deserve if you're doing good work. Don't waver from that, because a lot of agents, well, not too many agents will fluctuate from their commission rate, but the ones that do most likely are fluctuating and offering a discount because they know that they aren't going to be offering the services that someone who's requesting this amount of commission rate is going to be offering. Also, for sellers, keep in mind, I encourage you, if you can get a lower rate, why not do so? Save yourself some money. I would do the same thing. However, remember that if you're going to be dealing with a top quality agent and they're used to getting a certain amount, now I'm not saying that this is right of the agent to do, and personally I wouldn't be in this situation, but because wouldn't be negotiating commission rates. But if a real estate agent is going to be getting paid this amount from you and this amount from everyone else, how do you think they're going to divide their focus and their time on their work? So it's just something to think about. So
there's a two point that I must say here.
right.
Although you've conducted your research, I implore you on doing that That's great. But look, if you were to interview any of these agents that offer a discount fee, I assure you, matter of fact, I guarantee you that they will offer a fraction of my aggressive marketing strategy. First, you also have to understand that I'm not just here to get you top dollar, I'm also here to protect you from any legal trap holes as well. That's the other key of the frame, okay? But since it seems that money might be a huge motivator for you, how about this? We'll do 5% if my team sells it, if it's an in-house transaction. But if it's an outside agent outside of my brokerage, then we're gonna have to stick to 6% because that's what's enticing him.
Say that again. How I get the 5%?
If my team within Real Brokers sells it, well then it's 5%.
Okay.
Right? But if an outside broker agent outside of my company comes with a buyer, then it'll have to be 6%.
Oh, okay.
Right? But if you look at our transaction history, which I can provide that to you,
Right.
8 out of 10 times, we usually sell it out within ourselves. So most likely it's looking like it's 5% deal.
Okay, so you're saying that it could be 5, but it also could be 6.
Correct. But chances are higher that it'll be 5 than it'll be 6.
Okay. And do you think if it was for 6% that my house would sell for a higher price?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it seems like either way I'd be coming out about the same as if I already did do 5% then. Okay, yeah,
That's it.
That sounds good with me then.
Great. So let me get out the paperwork. And I'm just gonna need your approval on here, here, and there, and here.
Okay.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
Much
thank you,
appreciated.
All right, boom. Well, there you have it. Good job making it all the way through this video. I know this is more of like the dry kind of work that goes into being a real estate agent, but it's so crucial to make sure that you are presenting yourself well as an agent, and it's so crucial as a seller to make sure that you are getting a good feeling about your agent, you are educated on what makes a good agent and who's going to represent your best interests the best and get you everything that you want, solve all your problems. Great job, John. That was a fine presentation. So yeah, agents, go ahead. I'd recommend to watch this video over a few more times the whole way through. Pay attention to the things that I mentioned. If you see anything else that he did well or that maybe can use some work on, definitely leave a comment down below. Help other agents to get better and grow. Help sellers look out for things that will help them throughout the process. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on new valuable content coming up in the near future. And can't wait to see you in the next video.